how to knit fully reversible brioche double decreases. So, hi everyone, Norman here. In this video I'm going to show you two different ways to work a brioche double decrease that looks wonderful and symmetrical here on the wrong side. And as you can see, I'm going to show you two versions, one that is offset by one stitch and then a second version that is utterly symmetrical but appears differently between right and wrong side. Let's dive right into it. To start, work across in pattern using the main color until you come to the spot where you want to place your decrease. So I want to decrease these 3 stitches and turn them into 1, and the same on the wrong side. So I stop right here in front of that stitch. And we are going to decrease these 3 stitches. This means the yellow stitches in between, we need to get them out of the way. So we are going to slip them around, or rather you will use a technique similar to doing cables without a cable needle. So I'm going to insert my knitting needle here into the back of that stitch, press the other stitches against the back needle here using my thumb and flip them around. So my yellow stitch moved one stitch and is on the right needle. It can stay that in this place. Now I'm going to slip 2 stitches, and now I need to move this stitch over to the left. This means I'm inserting my knitting needle into the front of these stitches. Use my index finger to press this stitch here against the other knitting needle and slip it around like so. I know this is a little bit scary. And now I can slip these 3 blue stitches here back to the left needle. And now I can decrease them using a standard double decrease. So in the first step here, these 2 double stitches, I'm going to slip them around knitwise. Now I'm going to knit that bark, if you wish, bark that stitch, and now we just need to pass these 4 stitches over. You can do it one at a time. The tension is important here, and this here would be the first pass of this decrease. So we already decreased these stitches here. Now we only need to decrease the other stitches using the contrast color in the second pass. But let's do the first pass one more time. Now, very important, you have 2 yellow stitches here on your knitting needle. So bring the yarn to the front, slip the first one purlwise, and then slip the second one while adding a yarn over. And then work across until you come to the spot where you want to place your next double decrease. So in this case, here in this position. So let's work this decrease one more time, or the first pass. First, we need to switch these 2 stitches, or the order of these stitches. So enter here from behind, switch things around. Now I'm going to slip this stitch here and slip this stitch here, and now we need to change the order of that stitch again as well. So slip things around. Make sure that you don't accidentally split the yarn or so. Slip these 2 double stitches around as well. And now we need to slip these 2 double stitches knitwise. Then we can knit that double stitch here together, bark it. And then you need to pass the double stitches here over. You can try to do it at the same time. The tension, well, things will be typically very tight, so I do it typically one at a time. I mean, try both, but it can be tricky. So first pass done, and then you slip that one purlwise and add the yarn over and continue working across until it's time to work with the contrast color. Now for the second pass of this decrease, work across in pattern until you come to this weird little double stitch. So there should be one stitch here, one stitch with a yarn over and one without a yarn over, and we need to decrease these, and you can simply purl all these 3 stitches together. Just use a standard purl 3 together, and that is basically it. Then slip 1 yarn over the center stitch, and then you have 3 stitches here, again one with a yarn over and one without, and now you need to knit an SSP, so a left leaning decrease for the purl side. Slip this stitch knitwise, slip this stitch knitwise, and now comes the only tricky part. You need to purl these 3 stitches here through the back loop. Kinda tricky, but that's it, and you finished your double decrease. Let's do that one more time. So work across until you come to this triple stitch here, and simply purl it together. Slip 1 yarn over here, the center stitch, and then here slip knitwise, slip knitwise, and purl these together through the back loop, and that's it. And then a couple of rows later, this here will be the result. So here on the right side you have lovely centered double decreases, and on the wrong side things look a little bit differently. So you have these 2 single decreases side by side. However, so if we take a look, this here is our centermost stitch here, this column. So this means here this is totally centered here on the wrong side as well. Now there is a different way to decrease, where this piece here is also a double decrease, however then it isn't centered. So here, this is my double decrease here, and this one here is offset by 1 stitch. Let's show you how to work this. You will need a cable needle. So again, stop right where you want to place your decrease. In this case, I want to decrease these 3 stitches, but be very sure to take a look at the wrong side. Depending on how you increased here these stitches on the wrong side, you might have to decrease a different set of stitches for the contrasting color. But in my case, I want to decrease these 3 blue stitches and these 3 yellow stitches. So I'm going to start by slipping this stitch here knitwise, and then I'm going to slip the yellow stitch here to my cable needle, and then I'm going to slip the next double stitch here in the main color and slip the second yellow stitch to my cable needle as well, and let that dangle down here in the back. Now I can slip this back, and here I have my 3 blue stitches, 3 blue double stitches in the main color side by side, and now I can basically work a standard centered double decrease. So slip these 2 stitches knitwise, bark that stitch, knit it together, and then pass these 4 stitches here over the center stitch. As you can see, sometimes you can also do it at the same time, and then you can slip these stitches here back to the left needle, keep the yarn in front, and slip things around and finish the row like so. Now in the second pass, when you come across here this the result of your double decrease, this one single blue stitch, you just slip one yarn over that, and then you have 3 stitches here. 1, 2, and this double stitch, and we need to purl these 3 together centered. So you are going to purl the first stitch. Then very important, you bring the yarn to the front, keep it out of the way, and slip these 3 stitches knitwise, slip these 3 stitches knitwise, and slip them back to the left needle. Slip that stitch back to the left needle. So there's a lot of slipping. Pass these 3 over. Tighten up a little bit, and then you can continue working across in pattern. And if you decrease like so, this would be the result. So nice and clean on the right side, and here on the wrong side or the other side, I mean it's fully reversible. Then you also have a lovely little double decrease here as well. Again, please note that this isn't well centered. So if you take a close look here, you have 3 stitches remaining on the knitting needle. Here on the right side, it would be 4. So the wrong side is offset by 1 stitch. Please keep that in mind, because for some patterns, you don't have that much leeway. And this is precisely why I showed you this version first, because this here is entirely not only reversible but totally symmetrical. Anyway, that's how to work fully reversible brioche double decreases. Comment below if you still have any questions, and as always, happy knitting and enjoy the rest of your day.